Hi, I'm Tony Kouslu, beverage expert for UK and Ireland, and welcome to part 2 of our MONINfusion series. In this episode, we're going to be looking at MONIN syrups as a base for creating new syrups entirely. Because whilst we do have over 100 different flavours in the UK, there are of course some more unique iterations that we don't currently produce. Unlike syrup combinations, the infusions work just as well for cocktails and soft drinks, but we'll start with one that I like to use for iced teas, which is chamomile syrup. In the second half of this video, we'll look at making a spicy grapefruit syrup, which is great for picantes or palomas. So, what you'll need to start with this is some premium chamomile tea bags and a syrup base. I've chosen agave as it adds a little bit more of a complex flavour profile, but you can also use our pure cane syrup if you want a more pure chamomile flavour profile. We're going to be doing 3 tea bags per 700 mils, but for this today we're just going to be making a smaller quantity. There's a few different methods you can use to infuse your syrup, but the easiest method is to simply add tea bags and syrup to a jug or any other sealed container and then set it aside for just a day or two. Make sure you don't break the bags of tea, don't stir, don't shake, don't press those tea bags because it will release the bitter tannins which you do not want in your syrup. Taste it before you remove the tea bags. Once you're happy, simply take it out and rebottle. This finished syrup will last up to 3 months and can be stored ambiently. Next up, we're going to be making a spicy grapefruit syrup. This is a really popular flavour at the moment, especially when paired with tequila in either a paloma or a picante. If grapefruit isn't to your taste, you can use this recipe with any of our syrup flavours. For example, spicy agave syrup, spicy orange, even spicy peach. Simply just swap out the grapefruit that we're using in this recipe. Now, you can follow the exact same method as before if you want, but to show you another way of infusing, we're going to use a rapid infusion utilising a issy whipper. An issy whipper is a gadget that uses gas to create sauces, foams and creams, but we'll be using it in a different way to infuse a syrup rapidly. Essentially, we're adding a liquid and a solid to this, and then adding a gas to create pressure. This then forces your syrup in and out of your solid to rapidly infuse it. It's an instant way of making an infusion that can typically take over a day. So first, we'll take 500 ml of pink grapefruit syrup and 25 grams of sliced jalapenos and combine those together in an issy whipper. We're then going to charge it twice with nitrogen to force the pressure up and rapidly infuse the ingredients together. And it's really as simple as that. Simply strain the jalapenos out, rebottle your spicy pink grapefruit syrup, and then once we've strained and bottled our syrup, it's great for making those twists on picantes and palomas. The last infusion method that I'm going to mention today is the sous vide method. And what this creates is a temperature controlled water bath, so that way you can infuse your syrups at a precise temperature for however long you want. Normally I would recommend 60 degrees for about 2 hours. All you need to do is using these vac bags is combine your syrup and your raw ingredient. In this case we're going to be looking at cardamom. You would then use something like this to seal your bag, place it in your water bath for 2 hours at 60 degrees and then strain and bottle. It's that simple. This looks like quite a daunting piece of kit, but for all 3 of these components it will typically cost you less than £100. And quite commonly we're finding a lot of people using these for home cooking anyway, so it might be something you have to hand as is. Follow the on-screen instructions to find out exactly how to make this cardamom syrup, But for now, we're going to show you how to use this in a cocktail. And we'll be making a cardamom gimlet. So, that's 3 easy ways to make your own bespoke syrups using MONIN as a base. We'd love to hear how you guys get on creating your own syrups. Be sure to tag us on Instagram or let us know in the comments below. Either use our examples or take the base recipes as a formula to create the flavours that you've been struggling to find. Click here to find the first episode in our MONINfusion series, but for now, take care and goodbye.